Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Should be a fun day. We've got Jeff Fleming on the show today. He is running for the state Senate seat in the Illinois 55th District, and we're going to talk about that, get to know Jeff today, and we'll do all kinds of stuff with him. As you are watching here in Flora on Channel 100 or Channel 25, over in Salem on Channel 3 or Channel 99, that 125 doing the same thing up in Louisville, Hartville, over in Browns, Albion, Sisney, Jeff, Fairfield. We appreciate wherever you are tuned in today. Thank you so much on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, a gorgeous December 17th, as hopefully they have cleared away a lot of the snow and ice around. How was your drive over, by the way? Everything okay?
It's coming down again.
Is it just coming down again?
It's coming down again.
Oh, well, thanks for the good news, Jeff. We all appreciate that.
Ray of sunshine.
Ray of sunshine. This is Tuesday, December 17th. Thank you so much for tuning in. What are a few of the things going on around the area today? Not a ton of items in the area today, but over at the Flora Gardens here in Flora, there are a couple of things going on. They'll have karaoke with Sherry this morning. Karaoke with Sherry at 10 a.m. Probably sing about an hour's worth of song. All right, I've got to ask. Whenever I mention karaoke with anybody, I always ask my guest, what is your go-to karaoke song? If you have a karaoke song that you like to do, Jeff, what is your go-to? What is your favorite song to sing out loud into the ether? I'm guessing, I don't know.
Lord, I hope this day is good.
Lord, I hope this day is good.
Yeah, Don Williams.
Oh, that's a good one. I was thinking maybe Tulsa Time. If you're talking Don Williams, you could do Tulsa Time. Yeah. I was thinking probably more of a. I thought you were figuring you're a Willie guy.
Or Good Old Boys Like Me.
I like that one too.
Yeah. Don Williams.
See that? So, do you ever sing that?
Yeah, but not at karaoke night. Shower, maybe.
Occasionally he'll sing. It's karaoke with Sharon today at Flora Gardens here in Flora. Like I said, that starts at 10 a.m. Later on today, they're going to have the Beyond the Bell kids in Flora at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Probably do a little bit of a Christmas thing this afternoon at Flora Gardens. Again, the Beyond the Bell kids are coming in at 4 o'clock. Down in Fairfield, the Fairfield Memorial Hospital, they're having a dementia caregivers support group meeting. I believe they do that once a month, third Tuesday of the month. That'll be at 1:30 this afternoon down at the Horizon Healthcare Medical Arts Complex Education Room. Light refreshments will be served. If you want some more information on that, you can give them a call. Call Mariah at 847-8328. Couple of things going on up in Effingham as well, in the Effingham area. It is bingo night. Speaking of, you got to have dementia to play. That's not nice, is it? That was not a nice thing to say. Not at all. It's because I've called bingo. It's because I called bingo for 10 years. So I got to be crazy to play is my point. Jeff is the smart one. He's not saying a thing.
Not getting in this one.
But bingo night at the Effingham Event Center. Of course, that's the old KFC Hall, and they'll have all kinds of fun games. That's at 8 o'clock tonight. Come on out to the event center. They're going to have early bird bingo as well as lightning raffle. Well, actually it says 7 o'clock, not 8. Bingo starts at 8. Other games during and after the bingo are going to be the late bird, the lightning raffle, Powerball, and the Columbia game. So you need to be 18 or older to play. Also, some fun, a painting party tonight, and this is going to be at the Village Wine and Gifts up there. Learn how to paint beautiful ocean sunsets. No supplies needed. It's a fun evening. This is with Jan, Painting with Jan, Ocean Sunsets. No experience is required. You can give them a call at 217-347-0477 or email info@villagewine.biz if you want to reserve a space for that. This being December 17th, this is National Maple Syrup Day. National Maple Syrup Day is today. Get the flapjacks ready for National Maple Syrup Day. December 17th calls for orders of pancakes, French toast, or biscuits topped off with butter and delicious maple syrup. Usually from the xylem sap of the sugar maple tree, the red maple, or the black maple, that maple syrup is made. Although it's not limited to those maple breeds. Up until the 1930s, the United States led the world in maple syrup production, but now Canada is the world's largest maple syrup producer, and Vermont is the largest producer of maple syrup in the United States. Have you ever had maple syrup without the untreated maple syrup before they throw the sugar in?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Not exactly.
It's horrible.
Yes.
How in the world did people start thinking this was going to be good?
That's what sugar's for.
I guess that's exactly what sugar is for. This is also National Wright Brothers Day. On this day, 116 years ago, the Wright brothers flew the plane for the first time. Each year, a proclamation made by the president invites the folks of the United States to observe this day with the appropriate ceremonies and activities. U.S. Code directs Wright Brothers Day commemorates the first successful flight of a heavier-than-air, mechanically propelled airplane made by Orville and Wilbur Wright on December 17, 1903, near Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. If this was first proclaimed, let me find it here, the Orville and Wilbur Wright Day, first proclaimed by act of Congress in joint resolution in December of 1963. So we've been celebrating, I guess, for over almost 120 years.
They'd be grounded today if they were here.
They would not be flying. They're not flying between Flora, the Olney Noble Airport, and the Flora Airport. Hopefully, nobody flying today. Wright Brothers Day is today. This is also What's on Wabash. What do you want to see on television today? We've got boys high school basketball tonight. I will be in Salem this evening as the Columbia Eagles make the trip over to take on the Salem Wildcats, and the JV will be at 6:15 with the varsity to follow that. That's on this channel right here, Channel 3, Channel 25, Channel 99, or Channel 100, all over the place. NCAA basketball, got a few games on tap this evening. The UMBC, University of Maryland, Baltimore County, the Retrievers take on the Georgetown Hoyas. That's on Fox Sports 1, FS1, Channel 610. That'll be followed by Oklahoma at the Creighton Blue Jays, also on Fox Sports 1. They got a doubleheader there. Later on tonight at 6 o'clock, doubleheader on ESPN 2. Florida Gators will be at the Providence Friars tonight. That's at, like I said, 6 o'clock, followed by Purdue Boilermakers at Ohio State. Check that. Purdue is at the Ohio Bobcats, an entirely different team. That's on ESPN2. Ohio State's going to be on Big Ten Network at 7 o'clock. That's Channel 600, so find them there. NHL hockey, Buffalo Sabres at Toronto. That's on NBC Sports Network, Channel 216. And finally, the LA Lakers will take on the Indiana Pacers today. LA Lakers at Indiana tonight. That'll be on Fox Sports Midwest, Channel 630. Jeff Fleming is here, and we are going to get to know Jeff, talk to him for a little while, and we'll be back here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right after these words. Do please stick around.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today, it is Jeff Fleming. Jeff Fleming is running for the Republican nomination for the Illinois State Senate, District 55. That is between where? White County all the way up to Charleston, right?
Yeah. You can go to Mattoon, Charleston, all the way across to Marshall, down the river to Carmi, back up through Clay County. 12 counties.
Welcome to the show, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Glad
being
to be here, Bruce.
I appreciate you being here. Actually, I've known Jeff tangentially for years and years and years, my entire life. He's friends with his dad was friends with my parents, right?
Right down the block.
Right down the block. That's exactly right. And he got old and left Fairfield right whenever I was getting young and staying in Fairfield.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you again. It's
He
been
came
a while.
walking in here today, and we basically met for the 10th time. How you doing? So you're running for office. What in the world has made a person? You're an attorney, right?
Correct.
You've been a working attorney your entire life.
Yep.
In Olney.
In Olney.
In Olney.
For the most part.
For the most part. What in the world made you decide to jump into politics at this time?
Well, Bruce, it's something I always wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, Dale Ryder, our current senator.
Yeah.
And he'd been a senator for quite some time. And as Reagan says, you vote for me 80% of the time, you're my friend.
Yeah.
So I had really no reason. But when he decided not to run, I thought, well, maybe this is my time.
Do you know Dale? Or do you know Dale?
Yes, yeah.
What did he tell you about running? What did you go to him, or did you ask anybody for advice? Or
I asked a lot of people. I asked a lot of people for advice, and everybody said no.
No kidding.
Some have asked us, well, who talked you into doing this? Because I remember I was at an event in Fairfield, and I heard this voice that I recalled, and the voice said, "You must have lost your mind."
That wasn't my mother, was it?
No. And so, but I can't blame anybody else but myself. I talked myself into it because it's something I wanted to do, and didn't want to look back later in life and say, "Gee, I wish I had." So I'm in.
When did you decide? What was it? What's the process?
Process is you think you're going to do this. You look at the landscape. Then you have to have family counsel. And I talked to my wife, my two boys, and after that, I decided.
What the boys think?
My youngest said, "Go for it," immediately. And the older one, who is a little more, 2 years older and more mature, the engineer analytic, said, "Dad, there's 40 Democrats in the Senate and 19 Republicans. You will be beating your head against the wall, and you're going to get frustrated." And I said, "So, what's your point?" But, Plato said that if you refuse to participate in politics, you end up being ruled by your inferiors.
Like I said.
And so I thought we should all give it a shot.
Plato said that?
Yeah.
That's a new one on me. That's 2,400 years old. I should have heard that one by now. You would think. Now your lovely wife is, what's her name?
June.
Okay, how long you been married?
Oh my. You have to know right away?
No, you get your fingers and toes
We're
out.
on 49. It's 49.
You can get your toes out and work on it if you like. What did your lovely bride say?
She said, "Fine, go ahead." She has other things that she needs to do. Actually,
you're not getting in my way.
The joke in the family is that it was her idea that I do this. She signed me up because she thought I was going to retire and be home. So
she just didn't want that to happen. Okay, yeah, I can understand. Well, no, having been married for 27 years, I can understand the sentiment as well there, Jeff. All right, so. You basically, Dale Ryder says he's not going to do it.
Yeah.
And you decide, all right, this is my time. How does one get started? I guess you're in the legal world anyway. So you start meeting people, right? I mean, you know a ton of people to start with because it's kind of half your gig, right?
Yeah. You announce. You go to a meeting, say, "Hey, I think I'll run for state senate." And then you start doing everything that needs to be done. And, of course, part of what needs to be done is getting on the ballot. Mm-hmm. And you have to get signatures.
Yeah.
And you have to get 1,000 good signatures to be on the ballot. And so you got to meet a lot of people to get a lot of signatures.
What do the folks who you know or even don't know, whenever you meet them, they say, "Yeah, go get them," or do they say, "Boy, you're just crazy"?
It's all over the lot as far as the comments.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of them that say, support you. Don't know why you're doing it, but I'll support you. And that's nice. But some think it's crazy. Some feel that our politics these days have gotten pretty rough.
Yeah.
And I think what we're seeing, of course, out on the other side of the Alleghenies is kind of crazy right now going on. And it's very disconcerting to most people that the politics of the moment is in completely disarray.
Yeah.
And so they all feel that, if you hope you can do something, if
probably,
you're going to go.
I'm guessing that a lot of folks that you run into like the thought of a cooler head. Does that make sense?
Well, I think that we need to tone things down.
Yeah.
There's a lot of animosity out there, and if we can't come together, if we can't work together, how are we going to be able to make things
live
work
together?
Yeah, how can we live together? That's right.
That's fascinating. Okay, so where do you go? I mean, have you gone all the way to? You're going to Charleston all the time. You going to Carmine all the time. You going to Mount Carmel. You're just going all over the place, aren't you?
You got it. It's 12 counties, and it's the northern reaches goes up to Mattoon and Charleston, that area, Coles County, and across to Marshall, down the river to Carmine, and back up through Clay. And
What do you drive?
Right now I'm driving a Ford 150.
Okay. I just was wondering, just making sure that you had a nice enough vehicle to be able to get around and not break down.
Yeah, it's you got a big campaign sign in the back of it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's the big. Had to put tractor weights in the front of it to keep the wheels on the ground.
I like that. That's a big deal. Hey, I'm talking here to Jeff Fleming. We're talking about he's running for state legislature. We're going to come back. We're going to get to know Jeff a little bit more. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. I'll be back with Jeff right after this. Please stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Funny stories coming up.
I bet. Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Jeff Fleming is here. We are talking about all kinds of things. I'm getting to know Jeff as he is going to be. He is running for the Republican nomination for the state Senate here in Illinois, the 55th district. By the way, you mentioned. I've just went out and I found this picture today. This is the size of the. That's pretty big. Is this the biggest one in Illinois?
I'm not sure if it is, but it's close. It really is. It's large. 217,000 people.
217,000. Okay. How many people will vote typically then? Probably about 50 or 60?
More like about 35, 40.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. So getting 1,000 might not be 1,000. I guess they all have to be registered voters anyway, but...
Oh, you mean to get the 1,000 signatures?
Yeah. Must not be
They have to be registered voters.
Yeah.
And usually you get about double what you actually need because some people don't remember their addresses or moved or something, and it may not be qualified.
Are you in that? Now, you've been an attorney for over 40 years.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing the math. Sorry.
On the fly. You got it.
Yeah. So you've been an attorney for over 40 years. So you've had quite the opportunity to meet people in all kinds of different stages of their lives and of what's going on. Good, happy times, and not quite so happy times. I'm assuming that must help you a ton now that you're starting politically and trying to basically find out what people want, don't you?
Oh, yes, it does, immensely. And people are willing to share what their concerns are. It's not hard to get them talk. Yeah,
I was wondering about that.
They may not want to tell you personally some things that they may have going on in their lives, but they'll tell you about the government anytime. It's not hard. You sit down and ask them what your concerns are about the state of Illinois, and it's like, look out for the fire hose.
Yeah.
Here it comes, and they're willing to tell you.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. If they got a problem, and it really doesn't matter whether you're Republican or Democrat, they'll just tell you exactly what they think.
What have you heard that has anything surprised you? Are you taken aback by anything you see?
I sat down and was talking with one gentleman. He said, we need more horse racing in Illinois.
He's exactly right. I'm entirely in agreement. We need a ton more horse racing.
So that was one of the things that I hadn't anticipated. Of course, everybody wants, they have, the interesting thing is everybody has their pet issue.
Do they?
Yeah, pretty much, If you're
What's the weirdest pet issue you've heard?
I think the horse racing was a little bit of a surprise for me, but people want pickup trucks for the townships, and somehow their equipment, they want that. Other people want the state to just get out of their way, and a lot of people don't want taxation as much as they're getting.
Yeah,
I mean, we're number one.
Yeah,
in tax.
Yeah.
You take all the sales, real estate, income, everything, put it all together, and we're number one. The biggest burden on the taxpayer is in Illinois.
And that's why people leave, I guess,
yes,
right?
They are leaving, and that's sad.
Is that one of the things that you kind of have in mind, trying to maybe stem the tide of folks?
We have to.
Yeah.
This is incredible. I was down in Anna Jonesboro and talking to a school administrator down there. I was out of my district because I was down there doing a program for them. And he said, I watched this highway, and all the cars coming in have license plates on the front. I mean, they don't have license plates on the front. He said, these people used to live here and work here. Yeah. They still work here, but now they live 20, 30 minutes away in Missouri.
They live in Missouri.
And Kentucky, they just came up with a $87,000 billboard project to put billboards in Illinois to entice people in Illinois to move to Kentucky. I mean, we're getting states that even want our people to move.
It's freedom of speech, but that just doesn't seem right.
It doesn't. Indiana's done the same thing.
Wisconsin does that.
But I was talking to a U-Haul dealer over in Lawrenceville, and he said that it costs twice as much to take a truck to Florida and only 50% as much to bring it back because there's such a demand for trucks leaving Illinois. And so
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They'll almost pay you to bring it back.
So it's like an economic boon to the U-haulers.
Well, at least if they're leaving Illinois, you got to get them back.
I guess you do have to get them back somehow.
Rent them again, but it's cheaper to bring it back. And so you look at that. I talked to an individual in the district that has a fast food major chain restaurant, and he's already figured the date that they're going to close.
Really?
Yeah.
Just because of
the minimum wage. When you have labor-intensive.
Well, that's exactly
business.
what that is. I mean, the fast food world is entirely wage. All their profit is based on their wages.
And so this is the problem they're facing, and it's a time bomb because it continues to escalate.
Well, that's going to be.
It's going to keep going.
Is he going to try to do it? Is he going to make it to 2025 when he goes up to 15? Or
I don't think he can make it that far.
He's not.
And one of the things he was suggesting, if the national chain comes out and says we're going to have the $5 meal, he may be able to do that in Kentucky.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do here? So
and that's where that's their advertising.
Money, and so that's part of your advertising. That's part of, and so you're missing out on those opportunities because you may not be able to comply with what the national chain wishes to do. I mean, and it's just, and there's no incentive for the people to do a good job because they don't care whether they get a merit raise or not. They're going to get an automatic statutory raise. Why do a good job?
So it's affecting his. So it's affecting his
The morale of the people. Yeah,
it's affecting his labor.
And it's not just the small business. It's the schools. It's the hospitals. It's the municipalities. Everybody that hires somebody is going through the same process, and it's really it's tough. And
did you realize that to that extent before you started going around?
I knew it was going to be tough. I don't think I quite recognized the extent of it until I started talking to a lot of people. And boy, the more you talk to people and you find out, and the more research you do, you realize that this is a really big problem.
Tell me a little bit about. So you would basically be. I mean, you've worked in Springfield from time to time as part of your business, but most likely outside of the political sphere, though, right?
Right.
I mean, you haven't been in the lobbyist or business or anything like that.
Working for clients and dealing with agencies like EPA and Department of Children and Family Services and those kinds of agencies.
That can get a little bit complex too from time to time, I suppose.
It's extremely complex.
Yeah.
Government is too complex.
Yeah.
We got too many regulations.
That makes a ton of sense. Talking here today with Jeff Fleming. Jeff Fleming is from Olney, and we're going to talk a little bit more about. We're going to get back to your family, and I want to know more about your side gig, your side hustle.
Okay,
that's kind of what I want to hear about too, because I think a lot of people will find that interesting. Is that well put?
Oh, it is. It is, and it has been.
That's good. Hey, we'll be right back. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. That's Jeff Fleming. Back in a sec.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Welcome back, folks. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Talking with Jeff Fleming. Jeff is an attorney in Olney, and he is running for the Illinois State Senate. And I got to tell you, Jeff, you're kind of a unicorn when it comes to attorneys. This is a unicorn in the best sense, in that you don't find people like yourself. You have a side hustle that it enables you to meet all kinds of people, and tell folks about your side hustle. What do you do?
You're talking about the professional speaking that I've been doing.
Yeah,
as a humorist.
Yes.
And it's a great opportunity.
What's the difference between a humorist and a comedian?
A comedian will say a lot of funny things and make you laugh.
Right.
A humorist will say funny things, but also make some points that make you think.
Okay.
And so you walk away with something to think about in addition to having had a good time by laughing.
Probably length of the set, too, I suppose.
What's that?
Probably the length of the set.
Yeah.
You're doing 15, 20, 30 minutes usually?
Usually, for an after dinner, probably 30 to 45.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And a comedian is like 10-minute run and done.
All right. So how does one become a humorist?
You develop a program. My material is straight off my life.
Really?
Yeah. If you hear my program, it will not be anything you've ever heard before.
No kidding.
I don't use a lot of one-liners and jokes. No, I use my own stories, my own things that happened in my life.
You're just telling stories.
God made me a storyteller. The only thing I didn't understand was He was going to give me a lot of material.
I like that.
So I had a lady come up to me one time. I'd done a 2-hour seminar on humor, and after I'd finished the 2-hour seminar, they had a reception. And this lady came over to me and says, "A lot of things seem to happen to you." I said, "Well, of course, nothing like that ever happens to me." I said, "Ma'am, you're not paying attention. You're not making notes."
That's exactly right. Yeah. You know, that's because everybody has a different life, and everybody has different perceptions and on their own lives. But people will have they'll have crazy things happen to them. They just don't realize it.
You have to look at the world in an uncommon way, and this is what I try to encourage people to do: is look at the world in an uncommon way, and you see things differently than other people would see them. And it's just as a quick example, George Carlin, funny comedian.
Sure.
He said, "I saw a sign the other day. It said, 'Fine for littering.' That's where I threw my trash." So if you see the world differently, then you can see the humor.
Yeah.
And Jason and I, my son Jason, several years ago, we were watching television. We were just, men don't watch television, just want to know what's on.
Yeah.
We're surfing through the channels, waiting until somebody gets interested, and then on you go to another channel.
Exactly. There you go. I like it. Yeah.
So we're surfing through, and we come to this country music station.
Okay.
And it's got these 4 women dressed in red and white 1-inch checkerboard dresses, and doing some kind of clogging dance routine. And Jason looks at it and says, "Somewhere there's a Pizza Hut that doesn't have tablecloths." So it's seeing things differently than most people would. And when you start seeing the world in an uncommon way, it's funny.
Well, yeah, that makes a ton of sense.
I was driving down the interstate several years ago, and I saw a big billboard that said, "Learn to read." Who are we trying to communicate with?
I was going to say, you already know how.
So you go through life, you take notes, and you start developing it, and you build your stories. You put a program together, and then you start calling people up and say, "Hey, do you need a speaker?" And there's a National Speakers Association.
Okay.
And that's really what I call the University of Speaking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they don't teach you how to do professional speaking in college. It's not in the curriculum.
They have a speech class.
They may have a speech class,
and that's it. Then you do the expository, and you do I'm trying to remember the one where they give you the subject, right before you do it. Okay, can't remember what it is, but I took that class.
But yeah. But that's it. But they don't teach you the business. They don't teach you, the marketing, and the presentation skills and everything that do it. And so when I started finally doing mine, not only did I do the humor programs, I then began also doing workshops for people on how to be funny. I would teach content speakers that aren't normally funny how to put humor into their program so they were a better speaker. If you ever think of...
That's great. That is so cool. So you've got people with like dry subjects and maybe dry people to start with.
Yeah.
Somebody talking about, let's say, for instance, the computer programming behind some particular thing.
Yeah. And you find ways that it can be funny. I had someone that they had an introduction, and they were trying to help me to make people laugh during their introduction, so they already thought it was funny going in. And one of the things she left out of the introduction is she took a class in college because she didn't talk enough. This is a professional speaker. That's what she does. And I said, you don't think that's funny?
That is pretty good.
And so there were other ways we wrote the introduction to where it came out a lot better for her. But creating ways, see, that the purpose for humor in a presentation, positive humor, is to bring a drifting audience back to you for the message.
Oh, really?
Well, when you're speaking for 45 minutes,
yeah,
people are going to drift.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
And if you drone on and on and on, and that's all they hear, but what happens is that every 5 to 8 minutes, there's a laugh. They're going to say, hey, I missed one. I better pay attention. And so what you want to do is make sure that when they laugh, right after that is when you give them important information. So there's the art and science of putting the humor in the presentations so that they get the maximum benefit of your presentation by staging it so that the most important thing comes right after the laugh.
Which do you enjoy more? Which do you enjoy more? The teaching, the workshopping part of it, or the presentation, the humorist part of it?
I would say the speaking is probably more enjoyable just because you got an audience that's laughing and you're having a good time.
See, that's.
But at the same time, what I'm saying is when you do the workshop and you take things that people bring you and you help them create something, you know that that's going to go out and make that presentation better. And so you know that you just created an opportunity for people to learn more from that speaker. And you have satisfaction on the inside.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say. It must be that part of your life must be relatively fulfilling.
Yeah, because you get calls from people and they want to know how should I do this. It's always amazing me when someone that doesn't do a lot of speaking, they have to do it, and they call me up and say, "Give me 3 jokes." And I said, "What for?" "I'm going to do a speech tomorrow. I need 3 jokes." Well, you don't just tell a joke and go into your presentation if it has nothing to do with it. If you're going to put humor in there, you want to make sure that the humor relates to the subject.
Yeah.
So that there's a reason that it was there. Because otherwise you tell a couple of jokes and launch off into something totally unrelated, and they're still back there scratching their heads wondering, why did you tell that story? And they're not paying attention to what you're saying.
I like your thought, but there are some of us, and speaking as a professional speaker on a particular level. I mean, I'm not a professional speaker. I don't do.
But you get up in front of them.
I have. I can stand in front of them. I enjoy the contrarianism of telling something that makes no sense, of telling a joke that's just funny, for the sake of funny, and before a presentation, and then I like working my way, figuring out a way to actually make that tie in.
Oh well, that's
which sometimes doesn't happen.
Right. But it can if you plan it in advance.
Oh, planning.
There you go.
Planning.
What I like doing and what's fun is something you might want to think of.
I think we can talk about. We might all think about planning at some point.
You see, when I go to do a presentation, I don't always. I'm looking for my open.
Oh,
my
really?
opening line when I get there. Now I've got one.
Yeah, you've got one ready
if I need it. But I'm looking for one. I want to see what's going on. I go in and ask people, has everything been fine? What's going on? How are...
this chicken is just terrible today.
And you'll get those things. You'll find them. And I had one instance, I have another program that I do in which I'm introduced as Dr. Duncan MacLeod from Edinburgh, Scotland. I wear a kilt, Scottish accent.
Oh, really?
By the time I get through, I just got off the boat.
Nice.
And I went to do a program in Springfield for a convention, fireman's convention, and one of the 3 elevators, was not working in the hotel.
Oh, really?
And so everybody was really irritated.
Sure.
Because they were delayed in getting to their rooms, and this was terrible. So I go down to to do the program that night, and I'm, of course, dressed up in my kilt, and everybody thinks I'm from Scotland. And one of the hotel people comes up and says, "We want to, just before the speaker, we want to announce we're sorry about the problem with the elevator." I thought, well, you're not going to rain on my parade.
You're not going to.
I said, you got to get up and make these people.
Put everybody in a foul mood right before I go on.
And I said, excuse me. I said, if you don't mind, I'm a professional speaker. if you tell me what the problem was, I'll explain it to them for you. Well, of course, they didn't want to get up in front of the
Sure,
audience.
of course not.
So, boom, they gave it to me.
Yeah, what a mistake.
So, I thought, okay.
Helped you.
So they give me the microphone, and I got up there, and I said, before I start my presentation, I want to let you know that the hotel is very sorry that you've had to endure this problem with the elevators while you've been here. But it's not just some simple part they could have fixed. Apparently, there's a great deal of damage in the shaft, and it may have to be completely rebuilt. So they are sorry about it, but later tonight, after you've had too much scotch, if you still feel upset about it, I understand the hotel is willing to open up Shaft 3 for recreational purposes. And they laughed.
Yeah.
And they just went, and so they said, okay, fine. We got it out of the way. The apology was made, and we went on.
Well, that would have been nice if they'd actually had open Shaft 3 and put free scotch in there, for crying out loud. That would have been all right, Jeff. I'll be right back with Jeff Fleming. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll be right back after these. Please stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
I always feel bad. I always feel terrible that I tell the same joke over and over. He's helping me, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Fleming is here, and he is helping me. And we're. By the way, before we get off subject, we're going to get back to more of what you're standing for and all that kind of stuff. He's running for the state senate. How do folks find out more information about you if they're looking? Do you have internet, Facebook stuff, and all that kind of stuff?
They can go to Facebook and internet.
Jeff Fleming for state senate on Facebook.
Find it, yeah.
Okay, and okay, so if I don't know the first thing about you, and I go to there, what will I find that Jeff Fleming stands for? What is the Jeff Fleming stump speech?
I'm pro-gun.
Don't give me the whole speech, by the way.
I didn't figure you wanted it. I don't think you got that time.
No.
But obviously, I'm a big supporter of the Second Amendment. And
You're a hunter.
I'm a hunter. Also, I'm with the committee in Olney for the Friends of NRA. And we've had, we just started about 3 years ago. We've had 3 events, and we've had some gun bashes, and we've raised over $100,000.
Oh, really?
In 3 years for NRA. And half of it goes to the national. The other half stays in Southern Illinois.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder when you see that kind of numbers going to the NRA, do you worry about how the NRA central office is spending their money from time to time?
There's a lot of programs on that they have, and of
safety
programs, Eddie Eagle, all that kind of thing. But what we really like too is about what stays in Southern Illinois. And in 1 year, last year, the 23 committees raised about $550,000, which meant $278,000 stayed in Southern Illinois, and that goes to Blaze Orange, which it's a shooting team in Richland County, and they made an application for a grant, and they've gotten grants over the last 3 years, and a lot of other youth shooting teams in Southern Illinois are benefiting from these dinners and the money that we're raising to come back and help them with their efforts in learning how to shoot and competing. The thing we need to do is get more people involved in the opportunity for shooting sports.
Right.
It was interesting. I was talking with someone. They said up in Northern Illinois, he would go into a school assembly and ask how many people have either shot a gun or held a gun. And
what do you find?
3 or 4 hands go up.
Oh, really?
He comes down to Southern Illinois. He asks that question. There are 3 or 4 hands that don't go up.
Right.
And so what we need to do is make sure that we're planting the seeds in our people so that when they leave, they can go out and hopefully grow the concept of the Second Amendment with other people that aren't getting as much contact with it as we do down here.
Okay, so you're pro-gun, pro-NRA, well, not pro-NRA, pro-gun, 2 different things.
Pro-gun, Second Amendment.
Second Amendment, pro-Second Amendment. And also, in Illinois, we talked about it a little bit earlier, the financial system is just you don't want to say in a shambles, but does it count? Does that make sense?
It is a problem in that we're hurting economically.
Yeah.
And we've got an economic engine down here. It's called oil.
Yeah.
And we can't do the directional drilling because the state's regulations are such that they don't want that to be an industry.
Yeah, the fracking, fracking licensing industry, the licensing is almost
it's
impossible.
Unbelievable. $30,000 up front for your first permit, and that's just a drill. You have to get a permit to complete, and you have to get another, for the salt waters. And it's just, we had, Mr. Woolsey came from Kansas, dropped $80 million, and left.
Saw nothing from it.
Saw nothing from it. And it would be an economic engine for Southern Illinois.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. How about I've asked other folks about gambling. What about the gambling? Basically, sports betting is. Are we looking for any money off of that? I mean, it just hasn't come yet. It's legal, but not.
Well, I'm sure they'll figure out a way to get some money out of it.
They haven't yet.
Give them a
an
chance.
app where I could bet on the Illini. Come on, Jeff.
More horse racing.
That's more horse racing. More horse racing. And the other interesting thing is in this district, in the your 55th district, you have 2 places that are already, like with the marijuana, you've got Ataraxia is going to have 500 employees. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that's got to be, speaking of vengeance.
Yes.
That's something to keep in mind. What else is what else is in the Jeff Fleming platform?
Pro-life.
Pro-life.
Yeah. And we also have to find out what we're going to do if we're the number 1 tax state. And we have pensions that everybody knows is a problem.
Yeah. Pensions that need funded.
Unfunded. How do we do that?
Yeah.
I looked at a tax bill in Richland County, and even the city the amount of tax that they have for the city of Olney, 60% of that goes to pensions.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So these are financial problems that we need to figure out what we're going to solve, and
Right.
we've been kicking the can down the road too long.
That's the thing. When you kick a can down the wall, at some point you hit the gutter.
They can't print money like the feds can.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly right. Okay, so say you are elected. The first election's in March, and then the general election is in next November. What would be the first thing you would do in Springfield?
I would want to try to see what we could do about the minimum wage.
Yeah.
And it should have been regionalized to begin with.
Yeah, that's the whole Chicago is where it got to the $15, right?
Yeah.
Regionalized. I haven't really thought about that.
Well,
This is the first time on the show to tell me about it. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. I hadn't thought about how they could have regionalized that as opposed to making that statewide.
Yeah. All my life, I have clients come into my office with problems and what they think may be the solution, and I've always tried to find a better way. I want to redirect people. I want to say, okay, you can do it that way, but if we did it this way, we would also get another benefit, or it wouldn't be as harsh if we did it another way. So I've always felt that through everything I've done, whether it was in law or accounting or whatever I was doing, it was always redirection.
Yeah.
Let us look for a better way.
Collaboration?
Yeah, collaboration, whatever it takes. But you pass that law and that gives you this, but this is the unintended consequence.
Right.
How about if we changed it and you got what you wanted, but it didn't have the impact over here? Can we redirect that? Can we find a better way to where one of the problems we're having, one of the many, is the unintended consequences of legislation.
Right.
And the other thing are unfunded mandates. I mean, it's incredible. The state decides, hey, we want this. Well, that's fine, but
we got to pay for it.
You got to pay for it.
Yeah. I always ask whenever I have either someone running for representative or someone running for state senator in Springfield at this time, you're going to be running into a pretty big wall of Madigan and the Democrats. So how do you see getting things done through the other party or working with the other party?
Well, when you're in a minority, you have to figure out a way to work with them.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah.
You can go out there and if you don't like what they do, and you vote no all the time, I guess, but what's getting done? It's not an easy thing. It doesn't provide many opportunities, but when they come along, you got to grab what you can and try to work with them in some fashion to get them to understand why what they've done is harming us down here, and how can we change that?
I wonder if a hardened politician at that level is ever surprised, or if they understand what the long term or the unintended consequences are.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know if they know it. I don't know if they care. I don't know if they see it. But I'd like to take some statistics and go back and say, hey, this is what it is. This is what's happening. I talk to people all over the 55th. I talk to, I look at Fairfield, which is where I came from.
Yeah.
And I can remember seeing the sign out there when it said 6,300 people live here.
Yeah. It's not there anymore.
Now it's 52.
Yeah. And that might be a little fudgy.
Well, it is, and they're not the only town. I mean, there's other towns. Now, some have go ahead.
We're leaving.
Take a break. We're leaving.
We're done.
Okay.
I'm running out of time. I hate to stop you. I'm getting you going, and here I am stopping you. Hey, Jeff, great to meet you. Thank you very much for coming over.
Bruce,
I certainly do appreciate meeting him again. Thanks for watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll see you all next time. Have a great day. you.